You'll remember that last month, reports began to circulate that a Tron 3 was in the works, and now those reports seem to be getting verified. According to The Hollywood Reporter, actress Olivia Wilde has signed on to reprise her role as Quorra in the new film and will be joining fellow returning lead Garret Hedlund, who is set to return as Sam Flynn. The report also claims that production on the new Tron film will begin in Vancouver later this year. Mark, will you be excited for a new Tron movie, and do you think it was a good move to bring Olivia Wilde back?
I won't be excited for a new Tron movie, but I'll be looking forward to it. I'll say that. And the fact that they are bringing Olivia Wilde back, certainly I'm intrigued. I mean, come on. I have a pulse. Yes, I'm very excited to see Olivia Wilde back in the franchise. The fact that her and Garret Hedlund are going to be returning, I think it lends some sort of credibility to the sequel going forward. Because again, it's like I didn't love that Tron as much as I wanted to love it because I'd never seen the original one. So I was just looking at this one, and I was ready to be a Tron geek for the rest of my life, and it was cool. And so I think that this one, I'll be looking forward to it. I can't get too jacked about it. It's a credit that Olivia Wilde's in it, though.
Yeah, I can't be excited for Tron 3. Now, it's not that I'm not looking forward to it. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by it, but the last Tron film, just for me, underwhelmed. I thought it just did not live up to the hope. I'm not going to say the hype. It didn't live up to the hope that I think a lot of us had for 3. But it had enough glowing parts in it. No pun intended, actually.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't, honestly. It had enough. It had enough good parts in it. Let me say that. That makes me go, okay, I can see why they're going to do another one. Okay, and I'll be in and I'll go watch it. But I can't be excited. The Olivia Wilde part of that thing, or Olivia Wow as I call her. Look, I'll go on record now. She is the most attractive human being, like man, woman, whatever. She's better looking than The Rock. She is the most attractive human being in Hollywood today. And I remember, she's so completely charming. I remember, and one of many reasons to be very envious and jealous of Jason Sudeikis, but I remember talking to her I went to Vegas to talk to her for The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, which I thought she was actually pretty charming.
That was a name drop. Sorry.
But so I go in and I'm talking to her, and I say something about like, we didn't know that you had like really good comedic chops. Like you actually fit in really well with guys like Steve Buscemi and Steve Carell. Like you were really good in comedy. And she reached out and touched my hand to say, "You are so sweet." And as she did that, I'm like, yeah, no, seriously, like, wow. So, and her character was a very intriguing. What you could do with the ISOs in this movie, I hope that's through what they're going to go, because there's a lot of new mythology they could create with this whole Tron universe. If they go that route, which I think bringing her back maybe indicates they might, then I think we could be in for something good, Maud.
Look, because Tron, which was out, 5 years ago now, it made big dollars, but it didn't really get everyone, our faces weren't melting off, which they should have been. I'm exactly like you, Alice. I never saw the original, but this Tron notion, I was like, going inside a computer? Yes. But it just didn't live up to what it could have been. So the fact that there's a sequel, they're getting the same cast back on board to do it again, I'm excited. I'm excited because it can be the movie that we want it to be. Now, Garret Hedlund, it kind of felt like a few studios were really trying to make him the next big thing. Yeah. I want him to be, because his name's Garret and so's mine. And that means I'm biased.
That's good enough for me.
But I mean, he was in movies like Aragon, which just didn't do well. This one didn't really launch him to that next level, but they're banking on him again. So they do believe in this guy to really bring in the big bucks. And they did before, but Olivia's the draw card. Yeah. 100% for sure. And the other draw card for this is if they get Daft Punk back on to do the soundtrack, because the thing that everyone spoke about Tron.
The only thing everybody spoke about Tron
was the sounds. And that's what I'm looking forward to again. If they bring Olivia and not Daft Punk, it's like, ooh, is
like
that
Star Wars
enough?
without John Williams. How can you do it?
Exactly.
Okay, but look at the other side too. Like, so you do want to change up something. So what if, like, say instead of like a Daft Punk, this time they go a little bit different direction, bring in Nickelback.
Oh, that's not even funny.
Nickelback.
What are you talking
That's
about?
horrendous.
I thought you were serious for a second. I was like, no.
Soundtrack.
I'll never walk into an arcade again if that's the case.
I nearly vomited on the table.